One of the many things that I do in my private life for business, for money, is I am a real estate investor, REI. And I want to tell the black people something. Anybody who tells you that you need to do a comparison between renting and home ownership is trying to get you to rent instead of buy a home. Now, when they do the comparison, they're trying to get you into the weeds. You know, they're trying to get you into the deep grass so you actually don't see the horizon, don't see what's coming for you. Pound for pound, and I know you've already heard this before, home ownership beats renting. Now, let me point you to a Supreme Court case and a study that said the same exact thing. Renting is a form of slavery and a form of feudalism, meaning the landlord, you see that word right there? The landlord is charging you to be on his land. Now, this is completely different from commercial property. We're talking about private residential property. The landlord then is the landmaster. This is the same exact thing that existed in England and in Europe, of course, where you had the peasants living on the land, working the land, and then giving a portion of their harvest or a portion of their income to the landlord. This is just a continuation. And because people don't say landlord so much and don't sort of harp on that so much, and it's become just really mainstream to rent, and they try and put it forward that renting is something that just young people do, and now not so much young people, right? Do you know that it used to be that apartments simply meant a group of rooms that you rented out? There was no such thing as like a living room, dining room in apartments. What it was the richer people who had a homestead out in the country, but who were professionals, would come into the city to conduct business. While they were in the city, they would rent out apartments. That wasn't really where they lived in the country. Now, the peasants or lower merchants who had sheep, goats, cows, what have you, would stay very close to the city, but the city wasn't what it is today. It was a place where professionals lived and business was conducted. Nobody actually lived in the city. Now we're going back hundreds of years, of course, but this is where this all stems from. A lot of people don't know history, so they don't know that they're doing wrong or that they're living wrong. Now I want to do this series, and I don't care how many views I get. I don't care how little people watch it, but this is directed towards black people, and I want to have you, by the end of the series, be able to calculate and get into a home. I will go through many steps about this. All right, thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.